Okay, let's finish this thing up. Here goes part 4 of the sketchbook tour. And I'll try not to spend all my time showing you toys, and we'll just breeze right through this last part. What do you say? So, we left off with our good friends Slim and Slee road tripping, so let's turn the page. These next 4 pictures are drawings of Outer Space Men toys. And this is Astronautilus, whom you've seen before, who is lying in the water. If you remember him, that is he. He's even got his little trident right there. And he's on some sort of, I don't know if he's underwater or if he's on some sort of moon that's just got flying jellyfish, but there you go. This is his buddy Inferno, and he's pretty awesome. He's got flames. And I drew him flying in space. I don't know if he can really do that, but I think that's a pretty cool drawing. Okay, this is, you guessed it, Gemini. And looks like this guy here. So, there you go. More Outer Space Men. One more to go, I think. Now, it's kind of a crazy one. This is Orbitron, and try to do some dramatic underlighting on him, didn't I? But there he is right there. Of course, he is based on the Metaluna mutant from This Island Earth, the old sci-fi movie. So, enough of that. Okay, this here is Sarsaparilla, the singing gorilla. And I drew this the very weekend I met him for the first time, and he and I are good buddies now. And I've got his movie, and I've got his comic book, and I've got his t-shirts, and I even sculpted him and cast him in this blue resin. That's how much I admire the guy. You can see his movie, The Adventures of Sarsaparilla, the Singing Gorilla, on YouTube. The movie's in 4 parts. I wouldn't say it's quite the cinematic masterpiece that the History of Future Folk is, but it's fun to watch, and it ends better than you think it's going to. So, Sarsaparilla, and I've got an art show that opens the first Friday night in May, and just like my last art show, he'll be there providing live music in his gorilla outfit. Nothing to see here. Joey Ramone on a Stegosaurus. Something you see quite a lot. This is my friend Buddy. I think he posted on Instagram one day. I need a new business card. Somebody designed me one, so I designed him a business card. Obviously nothing that came of that. He's not gonna use that for a business card. Okay. There's our friend Slim Whitman riding a motorcycle, and he is born to yodel. Kind of like this chain type. That's kind of cool. There you go. Man, we are breezing right through this thing. This is me, as a possum, again, playing my electric rake, which, believe it or not, I do have and do play. I can't fit it all under here. Here's what it looks like. This is my rake, and it's got a pickup that was wound especially for it, and electronics and stuff. Makes all kind of noise, buzzes. Sounds great. But it's got 2 strings, and I play it with a slide, bottleneck style. So it's kind of, well, there it is right there. So this is me. I drew this during the presidential debate, and I'm not gonna talk politics, but man, I was not pleased with either of our choices, to tell you the truth. This is Space Cat, and he's on the moon, and he's got a bottle of milk and doing who knows what with it. So, 2 Space Cats. Alrighty. This is, if you remember I already put him on the shelf, my Santo astronaut toy, the crown jewel of my Santo toy collection. And there he is in space somewhere. Some sort of disturbance out there, it looks like. Anyway, not a great drawing, but it actually kind of looks like the toy, so I guess there's that. And here's Santo. And there's Blue Demon turning into a werewolf. I guess he's going to go join his buddy Slim Whitman, who turned into a werewolf a while back, huh? So, that's kind of funny. Santo was big and muscular. He wasn't big like that, though, in real life. These are my friends. Remember Ricky and Bambi from the band? And they have a rock band called Radio Cult that you can check them out. And they are big into cats. That's kind of the reason we do all the cat stuff. And so there they are, just enjoying a moon that looks like a cat. And there's some sort of canyon action going on there, which, oh, that was kind of cool. And then came Halloween, so I drew Joey Ramone as Frankenstein. And, you know, my idea was to have the townspeople kind of chasing him with things. It looks more like they're on his team, if you ask me, but they're kind of like, okay, let's go. All right. If you're familiar with my records, then you're familiar with Meep Merp, my monster that I created, and he is a, I'm going to say he is a, what? He's a zombie gorilla robot crab monster guy. So, this is Mighty Kevin from Future Folk when he was a kid. And he's got some sort of tiger, alligator balloon thing standing in front of the lava falls of Hondo. And I do kind of like the way the lava falls came out. This stuff, I'm not hating that stuff. I mean, look at this cloud right here. This smoke. I like that trail right there. So, some good came out of that, even if it's just nutty, you know. Okay. I admit it, I was watching the Great British Baking Show, and so there's Paul Hollywood offering you the Hollywood handshake. And this, of course, is Mary Berry. And when we would get together after I watched that with the family and eat something, and I would always describe it as scrummy. And then my daughter watched the show, and she only said that like 2 times in the show, but it's a funny word. I guess it's like scrumptious and yummy, right? So, there's Paul and Mary from the Great British Baking Show. High-class entertainment. These are the plantains. And the plantains popped up on Instagram. And they were gone as quickly as they popped up. And then they came back. And I think they went away again. And then they came back. And the guy starts and deletes his account like you would not believe. I'm kind of worried about the guy sometimes. But to me, they were just funny. So I put them in the sketchbook. The plantains. This is one crummy drawing. It's an eyeball, flaming eyeball in space kind of thing. I don't know what I can say. Okay, this part right here, that's not too bad. The rest of it, you know, not too good. Okay, we had Joey Ramone on a Stegosaurus, so here's Johnny Ramone on a Brontosaurus. And don't hate me if you say it looks like something other than a Brontosaurus. If it has a long neck, I'm going to call it a Brontosaurus. But Johnny's standing on a dinosaur, asteroids raining down, and the obligatory erupting volcano in the background. That volcano looks pretty cool too. So I kind of like this drawing. Okay, the shading came out good on his neck. So, we just got a couple more. Don't hate me for this one either. If you're a Jane Austen fan, this is Pride and Prejudice acted with Gungans. And get ready to groan. This is Misa Elizabeth and Mr. Jarcy. So there you go. Now you got a reason to really hate me if you're a big Jane Austen fan. But Mr. Jarcy is right there. And last page in here, something I just did last weekend. And this is Angela Purley. And this is her guitar player, Chris Connor. and I went to see them in concert after wanting to see them for years and enjoyed it. And so I stuck them in the sketchbook. The sketchbook is kind of what I'm feeling right now, you know, so I decided to put them in there. Okay, well, I appreciate you taking the time to check out my sketchbook. Thanks for all the nice comments, and let's see what you got, okay?